All right, now to our first conversation. We're looking at Forex trading. So even though Forex trading is a relatively new development in Nigeria, it has become quite popular. Many people are interested in joining Forex trading and becoming consistently profitable traders. But there's also risk involved in trading Forex and every other market. Well, to help us understand this market and the importance of education, we have Oluwaseun Oyeleke, Country Director, Infinix Capital Nigeria Limited, and Michael Odo, Head of Sales and Operations, Infinix Capital Nigeria. Join us right here. Great to have you both on the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'll start with you, Michael. You know, for a while now, there's been tremendous interest, in Forex trading, especially with Gen Zs and, millennials. And they believe it's an easy way, to make profit, maybe turn 10 naira into 20 naira or 50 naira. And I'm wondering, is it really that easy?
Well, looking at the Gen Z, for instance, these guys are very good gadgets.
Right.
They live and wake up from here. So if there's an opportunity for them to make money from here, of course, they will embrace it a lot more better than old men like us.
Right.
Right?
But is it easy?
It's actually, trading Forex is actually very easy, but you need to understand how it's done. So there's need for education, there's need to be patience, there's need to be consistent in acquiring the adequate skills to trade profitably.
When you talk about patience, how long are we talking here?
So it depends on how fast.
10 years?
Obviously not 10 years, right? But let's say anything between 3 to 6 months of consistent learning. Okay. Not one Saturday and then you're trading on Monday morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come to you now, Oluwaseun. Talking about knowledge, how important, is education in Forex trading really?
All right, yeah, thank you for that question. So education is very important at all levels. So let's liken it to where we're in secondary school or probably university. So without being probably taught in class, there's no how you can pass exam. So the same thing applies to this industry as well.
Right.
So you need to learn from the scratch what is Forex, currency pairs, what controls the markets before you can actually do well. Then we get to the point of risk management level, so that you'll be able to trade appropriately and not lose your funds.
And,
so
and
education
talking
is
about
very important.
Education, some people say, even though they need education, getting a grasp of, Forex trading, is not that easy, even though, you're getting all that education, but really understanding the basics.
Yeah, it's very easy for me. And I can say if you attend our lectures, whether online or physical class, I can categorically tell you that we will train you without any hidden charges, and you understand it to the fullest. So it's that easy. Just follow our process, our guidance. You do well.
So all I have to do is just, come to you and you'll show me how to trade without paying anything.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely, yes.
Now, just to add to what Sean just said earlier, in addition to learning, people see it as complex because they want to make money the next minute.
Right.
So my recommendation is don't approach Forex trading with the mindset, the initial stage, I want to make money. Come from a standpoint of, I want to acquire the knowledge. When you do, then money would follow.
And, many Nigerians, I've heard in the past are quite skeptical of, getting into Forex trading, because we've heard about, a couple of these companies actually folding up and they cannot get their monies back. And even though they're even trading for them, it's still, a problem. They can't get access to their funds. They fold up, they run away, like most of these MMM companies we're seeing nowadays.
Okay. So again, it comes back to people seeking the right things first. Now, if we make an advert now, say, come, I want to show you how to use 100 naira to become 10 billion in 24 hours. You don't have space here.
Right.
But if I come up here and say, okay, you know what, in the next 6 months, I want to take some guys on a journey on how to trade successfully. Maybe you see a lot of persons, and then after 2-3 weeks, the number would gradually reduce, because most of these guys are looking for opportunities to make money now. And then these Ponzi scheme operators are cashing in on this grid level because this is what these guys want, all right? And they want to just quickly get in there. And the bad news, When it goes bad, everybody come back and label the Forex traders that, oh, I lost money to Forex trading.
Right.
And then, which in actual fact, if you go back and ask those guys who actually lost money to Forex, did they actually trade Forex? The answer is always a no. I gave money to my friend. My friend introduced me. This happened, that happened. I'm not saying Forex traders don't lose money, all right? But most of these people that are coloring the bad press we have around Forex trading, they actually have not traded. They've participated in Ponzi scheme operators, basically.
Right.
Yes.
But how do you identify, the Ponzi schemes?
All right, so Infinox is here. For instance, on our own side, we're saying, come and learn how to trade for free. We're not charging. We're not saying pay X amount. We're running trainings online, physical, every day of the week in our offices, both in Lagos and Abuja. So if you really want to learn how to trade, dedicate time to learning. Forget about the money you want to make now. Acquire the skills first, and then you can approach the market and trade and become profitable.
And so if I'm out there, I want to learn all of this, how do I, contact you guys?
All right, okay, so basically our websites, www.infinox.com, social media, infinox_Nigeria. And then we have our office at 16B Allen Avenue in Lagos here. We have presence in what's called Abuja as well. And from our Instagram page, send us a message you'd like to join. Even from our page, there's a link to join the Telegram classes free. You don't need, the only thing you need to be in that class is have what's called smart devices connected to the internet, and then you can rock and roll.
Okay, so take for instance now, I want to start, trading Forex, but I'm not the best trader. And even though I've learned, the basics and all of that, but I still cannot trust myself to make profit. What do I do?
So the question is, have you actually learned? That's the question I'm asking you.
Okay.
Have you actually learned? Because if you have learned, you would trust yourself. But if you had watched 2, 3 YouTube videos and you feel, okay, I saw the way the candles was moving, I think I can do the magic now. It's not magic. You need to really, really, really learn. That's why I'm emphasizing on consistency and learning for about 3 to 6 month period, so that you can even have an understanding of the whole market structure. You cannot just wake up and say, okay, I want to start trading. It doesn't work.
But what if I don't want to go through the stress? I want somebody else to trade for me.
If you want to go through the stress, then you can do what's called copy trading. Okay. Yes, exactly. So the professionals will take you by the hand. So you're not giving money to them. You still open an account with Infinox, okay, as a broker. Then the professionals take you by the hand, copy their trade. So that's what you do. So I put my whole life's worth on somebody else's trade. No, not really. No. Not really.
So the idea basically,
there are controls to this actually.
The idea is that we have the platform.
Right.
They are the professionals. There's you who don't want to go through the stress. And we're saying, okay, we have a platform where we've invited all the potential profitable traders into one room. And we then say, you who don't know how to trade or don't have the patience on how to trade, why not just download our app, right? And then you can see individual results of all these traders we have in this room. And then you can begin to mirror their trades using your own predetermined risk, right? So you have your own life in your hands.
Right.
So if the trader is not performing well at any point, you can switch traders because we have all of them in one room for you.
Because trading does come with a lot of emotional stress.
It does, but it can be controlled.
Most people will be like, you know what, I cannot handle this. You know what, how about, just make money for me.
It's about psychology. Okay, so this can be controlled. Like I said, it's just about how should I put it now? The level of risk you might want to take.
Right.
So you set the levels there. I don't want to lose more than this. If this happens, then take me out. So saying people lose money, well, it might probably be to the lack of knowledge in the first place. Another thing is trying to copy the professional. If you don't do the right settings, you might also lose even the funds. So the question now is, how good are you? The question now is, how much of education do you have on this same particular business we're talking about? So that now depends on you.
Quite interesting. But what's the profit range like? Because when I hear, Forex trading, I think of maybe little profit, maybe 2% here, 3%. But what are the margins really like?
All right, so
Okay.
the margins are largely dependent on who is trading.
Okay.
Let me give us a little example to play with. I want to take us back to 2019 where we had dollar exchange at how much? 350. Today, we're at 610. So let's assume that you had reliable information from wherever source you had that data that says that in 2022, exchange rate is going to be 610 to a naira, sorry, to a dollar. What would you do?
What would I do?
Yes, as a businessman.
So I just...
You're going to buy as many dollars as you could buy in 2019 at 350 with the expectation, and hold it, with the expectation that when it gets to 610, you sell for a profit, right? Now, you see, that was a forecast. The exchange rate didn't just jump from 350 to 610.
Right.
It kept on going and going and going. Well, maybe it's still going. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
Now,
that. Right.
So if you're taking a position at that point and you bought as many dollars, and then it grows and you are at 410, you're like, hey, it's like I've made a lot of money.
Time to take profit.
Time to take profit.
Yeah.
And then you sell off at that point. You've made that degree of profit.
And profit is profit.
Profit is profit, yes. So then if, for instance, I stayed longer and maybe I'm thinking or I'm forecasting that it'll get to 1,000 and I keep holding, I'll still make more profits than you, but we're trading the same currency.
Are you hinting at 1,000 at some point? Just checking.
Well, I remember a conversation I saw on some years back. I said, okay, dollar is going to get to 500. You're like, hey, that'll be crazy. You know, today it's 600. 1,000 is not impossible because we're consuming a lot of it and then we're not producing anything that's earning us that dollar. So if we don't have the right controls in place, we'll hit 1,000.
And, you know, looking at the current situation now with the war in Ukraine, this has definitely impacted the currency market. How are traders navigating all of this?
Okay, coming to that, that's actually influenced the whole forex markets in the whole world actually, and it's actually affecting inflation as we speak right now. There's so much demand for oil, okay, just because probably Russia has stopped, people have stopped buying from Russia. Do you understand? Just because of the war and all of that.
And we have an energy war going on too.
Then exactly, so most of the countries now, they're hiking the rates so that they can balance the whole thing. But doing that is also affecting the inflation rates as well. So the question is, how do we make profit from all of this? So forex trader doesn't have a problem when it comes to making profit. If it goes down, you make money. If it goes up, you also make money. So it's about your knowledge. It's about what you know, basically. So the truth is, will dollar keep getting strengthened by the day? Obviously, no. It can't just keep getting that strength for a long time. The time will come, at a particular time, dollar or pounds was better than pounds, do you understand? But today, we have better dollar, okay? And we're seeing other currency buying down to dollar.
Yeah, because I've seen that dollar index actually you know, hit new highs, you know, at this point.
But the truth, if you understand the market levels, like it did something yesterday, you could actually take the other direction of the market and still make profit. So if you sell, you make profit. If it's going down, you make profit. If analyst says it's going to go up today, you also make profit as well. But to what extent? So that now determines the level of education that you have on this forex market.
So looking at, you know, where the dollar is right now, do you still see more strength for the dollar going forward, or will it peak anytime soon? Because I know traders really depend on that information.
Yeah, with the current hike going on, it will still be strengthened. But that doesn't necessarily mean it will keep going up, basically. So there are other fundamentals that drive the market apart from interest rates. So other factors will also contribute a dollar actually coming down. As again, it's only depending on interest rates.
Right. So I know there are a couple of traders that, you know, like to either long or short, you know, most of these currencies, and can I go for a short on your platform? Is it possible?
Okay, so
because I'm looking at shorting something at this point.
You want to short something?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to short?
So you can actually long or short. So
yeah.
forex trading is. I'll just let me put it on the table here. There are lots of data sets. The Russia war impacts some on dollars. That's data. What a forex trader is doing is sitting there and saying, okay, in all of this data, how do I interpret them into the impact on whatever I want to short or long? So you cannot just wake up here and say, I want to short or long.
Right.
You need to take a look at those data.
Exactly.
All right. You need to interpret those data
correctly,
and then decide. Yes, that's a valid point. You need to interpret them correctly.
Correctly. Because
so if you don't interpret them correctly,
yeah,
then you would bear the brunt of losing money. Right. If you interpret them correctly, you would also make money. However, in interpreting this data correctly or otherwise, the market moves in different, it goes off. Yes. So right. you know, at some point, you might be shorting when it's doing a correction, and then you think, oh, this is going this way, and the next thing you think is just going up. You're like, hey, what's happening? And you're panicking and you're closing your trades.
Right.
This is because you don't have adequate knowledge about what you're doing. Forex traders, we know how this market operates, and then which is why we're saying everybody learn how to trade. Trading is quite profitable, but you need to get the knowledge first.
You need to learn.
You need to learn.
You need to get the knowledge. Thank you so much, Michael Udo, Head Sales and Operations, Infinix Capital, and Oluwaseun Oyeleke, Country Director, Infinix Capital, Nigeria Limited. It was great having you both, and I hope that I can make some profit with Forex, with your guidance at some point.
Yes, definitely.
If you make time to learn.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so after the break, commodities market update is next. Do stay with us. This is Business Morning.